Hello, welcome to my painting channel. Today I'm painting a silly little picture of my cat while she's mid-yawn. This is a project I've been wanting to do for a while. This will be my first video on the YouTubes ever. So I just wanted to kind of go over my process. Here I'm starting with just like blocking out general shapes of her. She's a cute little fat cat. She's kind of calico and gray tabby combination. So I'm just getting her little fat round body all blocked out along with her coloring. It's not exact to the reference photo and there's not much shading or dimension. It's just a flat cat right now. But as we get going, we'll get more blocking in there. We'll develop more dimension as it goes. This is like I said, my first one ever of recording a voiceover or even posting a time lapse. I really enjoy these time lapses, and I feel like I probably just need to yap to fill space. As much as I hate my voice, but that's gonna be a learning curve for me, right? We got her little ears in there, getting her mouth going. Now, normally a lot of artists like to do an underpainting to get rid of the white so that no white peeks through. That's not really something I'm fond of, more that I haven't tried it very much, if I'm completely honest. It probably would have helped in this situation because she has kind of that white tummy on her, and it's hard to contrast that from the white back of the canvas board that I have it on. It's just a canvas panel. We're not getting too fancy here, so it's easier to frame. But it would have been nice to kind of get underpaint under there for this one, I think. But we live and learn. As you can see, like to kind of get a contrast and define from the white background at the beginning, I did outline her. Now I'm adding in some shading because in the reference photo, she's sitting in a little window, and it's a perfect time of day. It was a really nice picture that I got of her. This is my cat, Honey. She's 15 pounds of attention-seeking cuteness, I guess. She's a good cat. She doesn't leave me alone, but she's good. She's nice. She's pretty silly. I'm currently recording up at the Natrona County Library, which is really cool. They have a lot of really cool resources and like a whole professional recording studio. So definitely support your libraries so they can continue to build all these really great things despite people wanting to get rid of the library, unfortunately. But if we keep going, they'll see it as a need. In this area, I'm not doing a whole lot of crazy stuff. I'm changing some dimensions. When I was looking at the reference photo, I was trying to make sure the shadow of the window was on her right, so I had to darken up her back a little bit and then make a pretty harsh line where she lightens up. And that built in some dimension. Once I had most of her details in, I started painting in the background, just again blocking it out. Getting basic shapes, and in school I've been learning that's the best thing you do is just know the shapes. If you know what something's basic shape is, you can paint it. You go in, you get the general little blocking of it, and then once you have the basic shape, then you paint in your details. You get the colors right. I'm getting the window painted in. It just, I don't know, it looks like she's on like a rug at first, despite the shading that I try to put in there. But again, this is just blocking. This is the beginnings. And there's some little spots in here where the angles change and the lighting might change a little bit. You can obviously tell that I have a different mug because I have been recording at a different day now. Each of these little sessions I recorded for about an hour at a time. So this is, I think this one was a 4-hour process because I did about 4 little sessions on this. I will be adding a little bit more to the final piece after this recording, but because I'm utilizing a source from the public library, I did have to schedule this recording time, and I got my notes on what I should change after I had already scheduled. So I got a little wall back there. It looks like I live in a smoker's house, but it's really just that I have cream-colored walls, and they're in the shadow, so as it gets more filled in, it'll actually look like that, and not like I'm a smoker with stained walls. Like I said, I'm still just blocking in things. That's the most basic and honestly the most time-consuming part, most boring. Getting the shapes so then I can go in and add detail. Go and correct. There's a little suitcase behind her, and a bookshelf, which you can't tell what those are yet, but I really struggle with not color matching, but getting the shade and the hue of the floor correct, because I really didn't want to add a whole lot of detail, both because of style choices and, to be completely honest, laziness. I didn't want to have to paint in a bunch of wood grain. So the color's just a little bit off. That's one of the things I will be changing based on some notes from some peers, which I really appreciate, to make it the best work it can be. I'm still a student. I'm learning. We're all learning, really, but I'm a actual student going to college. Casper College, woo-woo. I don't know if we have an alumni or whatever, but that's where I'm going. It's pretty cool. So I am a small artist in Casper, and I'm really just trying to enjoy and create more. And it's hard to fill this space, so I'm just talking and rambling. I hope people like that. I'm hoping by the time you see this, the edits will be made and it'll be nicer, but I'm hoping there's going to be some nice music in the back. People can put this on to fall asleep. So now that I have like the shapes blocked out, I'm adding in the dimension instead of just being black blocks in the back where we're putting in the shelves of the bookcase. We're adding a handle to the suitcase. Where I'm putting in this little curtain, a little gray spot that's just a gray blob right now. There's normally in my house, there's a little shelf there that has my cat's like water dish on it, but for some reason that just didn't seem nice of a stylistic like choice, so we did a curtain instead, and I think it's a nice little touch. I'm blocking out some of her toys. It's kind of a silly little piece that shows like the nature of cats, in my opinion, of like she just is surrounded by all her silly little toys, but she is still yawning because she is so bored and she just can't be bothered with all these boring toys. Behind her, I don't really know what these are called, but they have a little scratching board in the middle, and on the outside it's this little black loop that has like a weighted ping pong ball kind of thing, and she loves ping pong balls. She'll chase them around the house. So I got her this to kind of satiate the need of sprinting around the house without all of her ping pong balls going under my couch or under a shelf. But she doesn't really care about the little ball that's in there. She only sits on it like it's a throne, like it's a bed. It's the hardest object in the house, but it is now her favorite seat. So she's ridiculous. It's a really interesting process to try to get that little bit of it right, because it's all like black and white grayscale, so it's hard to not overcompensate with a lot of white. So I'm hoping that the dimensions look good enough that it looks decent. I'm filling in all the other little toys that I blocked out, and now blocking out books in the bookcase. This is not at all accurate to the reference photo. You just gotta take, like the book part is, and you just gotta take the creative liberty and just be like, yeah, that's a bookshelf. It's gonna have books. They don't have to look like the ones that I have in my shelf, because why? Why should I? Adding in the colors of them, making them look fun. In my actual house, most of those books are like children's books, what are they, wood books with the thick pages that are for little kids, because I have a little 4-year-old. She really loves when we read to her, so we just have so many books. It's another really great resource you can get through a library is the Dolly Parton Imagination Station, I think that's what it's called. If you have a really young kids, they send you a free book every month until they turn 5 to spark a love of reading. So really cool resource. I really enjoy that. And most of those are from the Imagination Library from Dolly Parton, because she is a saint. We love her. So getting all those blocked out, and then I go in with the black, so then they stop looking like hot dogs that are rainbow colored and actually like books. Because before they were just kind of weird round baguettes. I'm really trying to make sure I get this in one take, because I don't really like talking that much, even though I ramble with my ADHD thoughts. So if there's mistakes, there's mistakes. We're leaving them in. I don't care. I will care, but I doubt I'm going to do anything about it. So we're getting in some shadows and details on the toys, filling in the golden details. It's actually a saxophone case, not just a suitcase. My partner, he's a saxophone player. He went to school for it. He's pretty good. He's really good, no matter what he tells you. Getting in some better details, the little ball that I almost forgot to put into the toy that I don't know the name of. Adding in her ping pong balls because it just wasn't looking balanced without some of the other effects. So getting some little balls in there that she likes to chase around. I've flipped it sideways for a second to make sure I had it right. Fixing up the details here, adding some dimension in there, make it look shiny because it's kind of gold plated. And then I will be fixing it. I don't know how it's going to look after I do fix it up. But what's interesting about the whiskers is this was a very slow process. This is heavily sped up, like a lot. But while I was doing that, I was just the whole time just like, oh, I've ruined it. This is the worst part. But they really brought it together, and I'm happy. I think it's it's important to have the whiskers, and I had to do them after everything else was already painted on so that I didn't have to redo them because I would be nonsensical. So getting all those fine little detailed whiskers in, little hairs in her ears. I do like to take pictures as I go, so you're going to see me holding up my phone to take a little pictures for progress photos, just because that's a fun thing for me. I'm going to sign it, my initials, and there she is. It's going to look different. There's going to be some more footage that I don't know what it's going to look like while I'm doing this recording of me fixing up some of those notes that I was given. It's going to look a little bit different than what I'm seeing in this moment, but I know it's going to be nice still. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Find my Instagram and my Facebook page. Those are going to be posted on the video here. Just hope you enjoyed, and if you fell asleep, good night.